This place has more houseboats than any other city in the world, and we used it as our playground for an entire week. We traveled from the state of Georgia all the way to Washington just to explore. If you missed last week's video, in the first 3 days, we explored downtown Seattle, took a food tour in Pike's Place Market, and looked at the gorgeous views of Lake Union. In this video, we took a trip to see the capital of Washington, headed back to Seattle to delve into the city center, and traveled around visiting their most iconic landmarks. Good morning! So we are in the state capitol this morning, Olympia, Washington. And after getting a quick breakfast at a cute little restaurant called Ludi's, we took the 1-hour trip down south, see what the capital city was like. The Capitol building of Washington features a 287-foot high dome that is the tallest self-supporting work of masonry in the United States. Take time to walk the grounds and admire the botanical gardens. They even offer free tours of the inside, along with the governor's mansion, which has housed Washington's leaders since 1910. So we're not spending a lot of time here in Olympia, but the state capitol grounds is beautiful. The spring flowers are starting to come up. I believe they got the state capitol flower here, which is the rhododendron, maybe? Don't quote me on that. But just look behind us at this beautiful view. You can see the mountains off in the distance. We've got some views of the water. It's just really peaceful today. Aaron, what do you think?
It's very peaceful.
Yeah. Blue skies, people out enjoying the outdoors. I really like it.
You see a bunch of people jogging. They're riding their bikes here too, so very calm and relaxing. If you want to get some exercise, and get some exercise in too. No issues.
Yeah. So I'm just paying it behind me.
We are on our way to see the Fremont Troll, so we're trying to figure out what that's all about. So what do you think about how it's going to be when we get there?
I think it's going to be weird because it's like street art of a troll under a bridge. So that's what I'm expecting. Bring on the weird.
I don't know what we're getting into.
The Fremont Troll was created by a team of 4 artists and a group of local volunteers as part of a city arts competition. This whimsical 18-foot sculpture turned an eyesore into a popular destination for tourists and locals alike. It definitely shows how public art can make a positive impact in a community.
So it's pretty much just a giant troll under a bridge. It really wasn't much more I was expecting. So. We are here at Gasworks Parks, and she's over here munching some buddies. But Gasworks Parks is one of the parks here in Seattle that gives you a great place to see some views of Seattle skyline. So we're gonna check it out, see what it's about. Yeah. We done made it to the top, and it is crazy. You got views all over the place from all over the city. You see houseboats, you see the city skyline, you see the gasworks. Yeah, it's crazy up here.
Keeping up with the theme of park hopping, we decided to catch one more park with gorgeous views before sunset. After the sun went down, we were curious to see what the market looked like after dark. For my vintage photo lovers, there was no shortage of photo opportunities as all of the neon lights were on and you could appreciate the historic ambiance of the original store signs. At this point, we had worked up an appetite and stopped at a local restaurant for some dinner with the view of the sound.
So we just got finished eating dinner, and then Camille wants some sweets.
That's all right, I have a sweet too.
And now we're walking to a dessert place.
To try the Korean style croissant, something with croissant dough. It sounds amazing.
It's cold outside though, so as you can see, she's bundled up. And these winds are no joke. How was your food?
That was amazing. Oh my gosh, whoever thought about putting croissant dough with flavored whipped cream and fresh fruit, chef's kiss. 5 stars. I recommend it. You need to go in there. And even if you don't want dessert, they had so many other restaurants in there to choose from. So absolutely check out Asian street food in Westlake Center. Alright, so
I like it that.
Today we have another exciting adventure in store. We are actually walking to Seattle Center, which is home of the Space Needle, the Museum of Pop Culture, Children's Museum, and the Pacific Science Center. So we are literally spending hours here having the time of our lives. Aaron, are you excited?
Very excited.
What are you most excited for?
I just want to see the views from where this Space Needle is. I think that's going to be kind of cool. I don't know. I'm open to all types of fun that's going to be there, so we'll see what we get into.
That's very artistic of him. I'm excited to play at the Science Center. Like, that's what I want to do. Hands-on exhibit.
Second trip from when we started. We are about to pass through the 10-story private event space added in '82. Here it comes. And there it goes. Now, the Space Needle was the centerpiece of the Century 21 World's Fair, which was held in front of us in Seattle Center. Apparently, it was designed as a mix of the Eiffel Tower, a rocket ship, and a flying saucer. Best way to explain that choice that I've been able to find is that it was 1962. Now, on top of the Seattle Center House, 2 giant daddy longlegs slumber for now, but when the Dark Lord Jeff Bezos arises from Lake Union, they'll awaken to devour the hopes of men and bring spidery goodness to the world. We are just about to the top at 52 stories. Top is a disc, so if anybody gets lost, just circle, and if you're
So we made it to the top of the Space Needle, and these views are amazing.
Yeah, it's really great. It's a better view than the one we did in Vegas, mainly because it's 360, right? And what we're looking at is not just desert plains, but we've got the lakes and the sound and the skyscraper. So it's really good. Now, fun fact, they do have all of these little like viewing benches where you can actually lean against the glass and kind of take one of those scary Chicago skyscraper pictures. So yes, he's right. I don't want to do it, but we're going to have a link of Aaron doing it.
No, we're not.
Yes, we are. Yeah.
You just going to do me dirty like that?
Yeah. Look at that, ladies and gentlemen. He is sitting on the bench. We're going to have him lean back here in a second for a photo. Ready, Aaron?
Family, I love y'all.
Woo, look at him. He did it. Yay!
It's way scarier than what you think. Even though it's 3 panes of glass, you get on it, you realize you're not as strong as you think you are. It's scary trying to do something like that. Look, y'all, she's doing it. That's the closest she's gonna get, but I take it.
This is terrifying. I don't know how you lean back on it.
I told you. You was taking care of the kids. If I had fell.
I can't do it. I'm not good.
That's enough.
That's enough.
Isolated and insulated, incubate the igloo. Illness is an issue, influenza's implied, infections imminent, immunity's impossible. Just joking, just Josh and jargon, it ain't jail jackets in January's no jigsaw. Keep calm, killjoys keep comfy in their kingdoms, crushing kilos of Kleenex, keen for cozy kayaking with their kids when the key is killing kegs with your kin. Losers literally live life locked in their layers, lingering lazy and lifeless, lost like legit loners, while the leaders and larger learned let loose. Mostly earmuffs, mittens, and mucus medicine, till mighty maniacal Mother Nature makes milder, mellower, and meltier moves. Naturally nippy, but that's nothing new up north. Normal naturistic narrative, not national news. Overcoats and overshoes, obviously. Parkas and pullovers, particularly. Peas all we got time for, and yes, I do accept tips. Have a great day, guys.
So we're just finishing up lunch here at the Armory, which is basically like a cafeteria slash food hall on the Seattle Center campus. I did pick up a map, so we'll try to put a picture of the map. That way you can kind of get your bearings, but there's tons of stuff to do here. So it makes sense that they put some restaurants here for you to eat. Now we are off to the Glass Garden. Chihuly Garden and Glass opened in 2012 and showcases the career of the famous glass artist Dave Chihuly. It spans 1.5 acres and includes an exhibition hall, glass house, and a lush garden. The exhibition hall is divided into 8 themed galleries, each featuring some of his more significant series of work. There is also a theater that showcases his process and interviews with the artist himself. You can even catch a live demonstration of glass blowing out in the courtyard. The Glass House houses a suspended sculpture that is the centerpiece of this area. It was inspired by 2 of his favorite locations in Paris and London and brilliantly displays shades of reds, oranges, yellows, and ambers. The piece has 1,340 individual pieces and is over 100 feet long. From the Glass House, you enter the gardens where winding paths are lined with art installations that mingle effortlessly with the plants and flowers. It's a great place to snap some photos and get a close-up view of the Space Needle. So we are all done with the Chihuly Glass and Garden tour. Aaron, what did you think?
A lot of pretty designs. It was cool. It was really cool.
It was. It's very whimsical and colorful, and for anybody who likes to take pictures of things, tons of really creative shots that you can do in there. So now we are off to the Pacific Science Center to play. The Pacific Science Center is the nation's first science and technology center and has ignited curiosity for over 60 years.
that the dinosaur eggs was dinosaur boo-boo.
Skip! The campus features exhibits on dinosaurs, space exploration, the human body and 5 senses, along with exploring physics and engineering. The plethora of hands-on exhibits for learning make this fun for children and adults alike. I think we're about halfway through the Science Center, but we're trying to kill time before the Laser Dome show. What do you think so far, Aaron? Admission also includes free laser shows in the Laser Dome and the option to view the IMAX movies. Beware, the laser show does occur in a pitch black arena and lasts about 45 minutes, so it's a prime place to fall asleep by accident. And that's it. We are finishing up here at the Pacific Science Center. I feel so much smarter. Did you learn something cool, Aaron? Oh man, there's this one exhibit where you got to like whisper to each other from across the room, and I didn't think it was gonna work as well as it did, but oh, is it creepy. Yeah.
The little kid scared her because he was on it first, and then he had said something. And she was like, oh no.
I know, I wasn't ready for it.
After spending the day in Seattle City Center, we decided to go back to our hotel room and relax for the evening.
Welcome to another moody day in Seattle. I think this is the first time that we woke up.
And it's not sunny.
And it's not sunny. We actually got that classic Seattle weather. So I'm gonna pan it down. Do you see that? Look at those gray skies. But
we assumed it was gonna be like that the entire time we were here.
Oh yeah. And contrary to popular belief, we actually like the overcast look. It's very moody. It feels like we're in Gotham City. So any of my Batman fans, Seattle, Gotham City, not New York. It's got too much sun. All right, so we are trying a new breakfast place today called Biscuit Witch with a B, because it's children's television. But they specialize in sandwiches. They've got some like breakfast platters. So we are really excited to try this out. Look what we got. So we got super lucky. We were actually coming down through the market just to go sit in public seating and eat our witches with a B. But we were like, let's just pop the Starbucks line and see if there's any space. And oh my God, there was no line. We literally walked to the door and he was like, I got an open register for you. So we actually did get to experience the original Starbucks. I think he said we can't call it the first because they moved, but the original Starbucks in Pike Place Market. Yay! So we just made it to today's festivities, which is the Beneath the Streets tour. So if you didn't know anything about the city of Seattle, it actually was built closer to sea level originally, and then they had this big fire and it all burnt down, and so they decided to rectify that. When they rebuilt it, they were going to rebuild it essentially on top of the city that was there. So they've got tunnels, which is pretty cool. Hopefully we're not in for any of that like Us doppelganger action, because I'm not feeling that. Yeah, not feeling that. But our tour guide Richard says we have nothing to worry about, so we're gonna go down there and see what it's about. To really understand the underground tunnels, we have to go back to the late 1800s. Seattle was a growing city, but there was one big problem: This city was built way too low. And when I say low, I mean streets were at sea level, which meant they'd flood often. In 1889, something happened that changed everything: the Great Seattle Fire. It destroyed 25 blocks of the city. But this wasn't all bad news for Seattle. When it was time to rebuild, city planners had a wild idea. Why not raise the streets 10 to 30 feet higher? Believe it or not, businesses kept operating during construction. Shop owners didn't want to wait for the new streets to be built, so they just kept using the lower levels while the city literally built a new layer on top of them. The underground tunnels are like a time capsule, preserving a unique part of Seattle's history. What's amazing is that while most of these tunnels were eventually closed off, some parts were open to the public as tours, giving us a chance to step into the past. So we just finished up the underground tour. As you can see, I'm bundled up because it's chilly.
Cold all of a sudden.
Yeah, it's chilly. What did you think, Aaron?
It was creepy. It was really creepy, but no, it was a good tour. And it was actually quite warm. You would think being underground. It was actually quite warm being underneath the streets.
That's right. It's amazing what happens when you knock the chill off. So we are going to explore the city a little bit. I think we've got the zoo on the agenda today. So yeah.
Things that we like to do when we go into a new city is always see if they have a zoo, and Seattle has a zoo, so we are here walking through trying to enjoy ourselves, you know, look at the animals and learn some new things about the animals and stuff. Camille loves it, so every time we get here she gets super giddy. No rain, sleet, or shine, snow, whatever, we're going to be at the zoo every time we explore a new city, so that's what we always get into.
Aaron Lee in his natural habitat in these photos. Absolutely not. Do you see my face in the sauce of that snake? Like, who wants to keep these at home? More power to you if you're a snake lover. Me and my household. So Aaron's got jokes because it's cold today. It's like in the 40s. But it's gray and it's drizzly and there's a little bit of wind, and so I've got on layers appropriately. And
she got like 15 layers on. I'm like, it ain't that cold.
That's because he's from up north. He's from Philadelphia. In North Carolina, this is cold, and we put on lots of layers. He's lucky I didn't pull out my ear warmer, but I didn't pack it. So overall,
it's not that cold.
Oh hush. What is your view of the zoo?
That's a good zoo. We did miss one section. I don't know how we missed it. We walked all over the zoo. We had the steps to prove it. But I mean, aside from us missing that part, it's a nice zoo.
Yeah.
For them to pack this zoo into the city is a feat in itself.
The funny thing is, we were in the section, but I guess we must have missed like a turnoff or something, and so we totally missed the tiger exhibit. But next time. Woo! It is cold out there. So we are getting back in the car from the Woodland Park Zoo. Next, we are going to go check out the Starbucks Reserve Roastery, which I hear there's only like 4 or 5 of them in the entire world, and it's supposed to be a pretty cool experience. So let's check it out. just finished up at the Reserve Roastery, and it is a really cool experience. Oh my gosh, guys, they have all sorts of trinkets. It's like Willy Wonka for coffee. But
that's a perfect analogy.
It is, right? It's literally like Willy Wonka for coffee. But now we are going to go check out some technology at the Amazon Go store, where you can check yourself in using an app or your phone or something like that, and you just pick up stuff and you walk out and it charges your Amazon account. Like, we don't have this kind of technology back east. So I am curious to see what's in there. Ah, fiddlesticks. All right, well, thank you. So, bummer. And what happened when we got to the store?
It was closed.
Closed for the rest of the day. And then one of the locals told us that they're going to be closing that store. So
that sucks.
It does, it does. We might see if we can find another one, or maybe we'll find somewhere for dessert or a park. I don't know. We got time.
She wants dessert. She wanted dessert when we were in the roastery, so
I do.
We're gonna have to make a pit stop somewhere and get her some dessert.
I do. Let's find something sweet to eat.
So we found another location about a mile away, so we actually had to stop in there. But we're gonna try to walk in there and stop in there and see if this one works. Now we gotta walk back to the car because Camille forgot her phone. There ain't no fiddlesticks. You make sure you have your phone when we leave the car. That's not gonna make you go if you're leaving your phone in the car. You got everything? You got your phone? Got your wallet? Okay, I guess this is take 3 for us trying to go to the Amazon store. So we're gonna see if we can get in. So she can go. Oh snaps. Hello.
Hi.
I'm about to get a donut. Okay. Let's see how to do this. Can you give me a Boston cream, please? Okay. All right, so
Ready?
That's it? You ain't getting nothing else? Hurry up, because my wife is thirsty. Got the strawberry. Here it is. Ugh. Okay. Alright, ready to boogie? Ready to boogie?
Yes.
Okay. Exit. You're good to go. Alright, so that was a successful Amazon Go store. I think we're going to see what happens in the next few minutes. See if they charge us for the right thing. Got Camille's tasty, her sweet treat, so she got a glazed donut. I didn't know they had glazed donuts at the Amazon store. Alright, we're gonna see. I think I just got a notification on my phone about how long I was in the Amazon store, so let's see if we actually get this right. But that's a cool experience going in there. Did feel kind of weird just grabbing something and then walking out. But the only thing that didn't make it feel that bad was because there was a worker in there stocking the store. So he seen everything we grabbed and he didn't say anything. So I was like, I think we're good to go. But it was still kind of weird not actually paying for something as you walk in the store. But it was a cool experience. All right, it says, hello, Aaron. Thank you for choosing Just Walk Out Shopping at Amazon Go. We were in there for 2 minutes and 41 seconds. and they are working on a receipt. So when the receipt comes, I'll let y'all know.
So I just got my notification from Amazon with my receipt. Well, I got it a little bit ago, but I wasn't checking my phone because I was driving. Safety first. And this is my receipt. And funny story is, in the Amazon Go store, I actually picked up both donuts, even though one of them was for Aaron. So I got charged for both donuts, even though he took them out of the store. Like, pff, how smart is this thing? That's crazy. And they were on sale. Cool.
Only thing I got was a Minute Maid strawberry agua fresca juice. I'm pretty sure I just pronounced that horribly wrong, but I only had one item, and they charged me for it because I did go in there and pick that up. So that's mine. So I am shocked at how accurate this thing is. Like, that's so cool. They need to get this like everywhere. Well, everywhere, because this is amazing. This makes the process so much faster. So if you got Amazon Prime and you can sit there and go in the store, just grab your stuff and leave, it takes all the guesswork out of sitting there standing in line and, you know, shopping.
That wraps up our 7-day adventure in Seattle. We packed in as much as we could, and our step count reflects it. From the waterfront to the skyscrapers, lakes to parks, and all of the coffee you can dream of, Seattle is a must-see for any traveler visiting the Pacific Northwest. If you stuck with us this long, we hope you enjoyed